Okay, welcome back to Blender. So today what we're going to be doing is creating a nice little gold effect on the inside of a cube. Now to do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by just switching out the EV2 cycles. We're going to go ahead into the viewport shading right here, and what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and add in a, we want checkered texture for this one. So when we go ahead and place the checkered texture onto here, you can see that we have all these nice little squares going on. And if we move the BSDF to the volume, you'll notice that something like this happens. So essentially what we're trying to do here is we're trying to make some little invisible squares. So what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and move this volume into the displacement. You'll notice again nothing happens in the thickness as well, nothing happens. If we take this checkered texture right here and we move it into the volume, however, we get this kind of effect. Now obviously this is a little bit blurred and it's not quite what we want just at the moment. So what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and add in a color ramp. We'll place this in the middle. The closer the black is to the whites, the more contrast and the more sharp this should become. So we can have something like this, essentially. So the next thing that we need to do is kind of make this a nice little gold metallic. So go ahead and choose a nice little gold to work with. Up the metallic and down the roughness. Now usually this will work for this one, but because obviously we have this in the volume right here and we're not using the BSDF, we can delete this. So to make this gold instead, what we're going to do is go with plus, and we're going to go ahead and add in a tone. So we can just move that up right there. So with this tone, we can go ahead and move this across to where we need it. Now, obviously, we need this to be a little bit more shinier. We need something going on in between. So what we could do really is go onto surface and we could add a metallic BSDF right here. You could go ahead and place this in between and experiment if you wanted to, such as like this. And not much happens with this. Alternatively, you could take this and you could place this into the surface. Again, nothing much is going to happen. So with this effect, really, you can't really add a metallic to it, but you can change the colours of this. So what I'm going to do next is let's go to the layout section. I'm going to go ahead and add in another cube. I'm going to go S for scale and bring this out slightly. We now have one cube inside of the other. This outer cube is going to be changed from principal BSDF to glass BSDF. We can go ahead and change down the roughness on there. And you'll notice that we now get this kind of pattern. So we have the cube on the inside and we also have the reflection on the outside. Now you can go ahead and adjust the IOR to your heart's content and see what kind of stuff that you can make. So this will essentially, I'm just going to go ahead and put this back to its original form. So this will essentially just give you that nice little glow, and it will also give you, I've clicked emission by accident, this nice little pattern going on the inside depending on which way you're looking at it. And it seems to be a lot more defined when you place the glass on the outside. So as I said, you can experiment with your IOR, your roughness. You can go ahead and S for scale and bring this in. So now this will come up as a nice little shiny cube. And it's also a nice little emission for a piece inside of your scenery. So let's go with G, just bring this down for a base, and S for scale to bring this outwards. And you can see now that this has a nice little reflection on it. It has a nice little emission on the inside. I'm going to go ahead and delete the default lights right here so you guys can see how this works. And then I'm going to go ahead and lower the world settings to a black for the background. So this is how you make a nice shiny illuminating cube with little bits inside of it. Now we could do something similar to this actually if we take the entire thing. So if we go to shading real quick, just turn this off. If we go ahead and select everything that we've just made, go onto the wireframe if you have to, shift D it over to this side so that we have these two little squares in between. Let's go with G and move this across, and S for scale. So we have the exact same material currently on these two. What I'm going to do is duplicate this material, but I'm going to take off the checker texture and I'm going to add a noise texture to this. And then I'm going to plug the colour into the factor at the bottom, and when we go to render this, we get a very different kind of approach to how the cube looks. So if we go ahead and just scale up the noise texture a little bit more, it's almost like fireflies on the inside compared to the little bit more uniform checkered texture. Now the other thing that I could do with this is let's go ahead and pull that black up a little bit. So let's move the yellow down, the white down, and then pull the black a little bit more. And now you can see that we kind of have these nice little fireflies up on the inside right there. So this is just an idea of what you can do with your stuff. Obviously you've got the emission on this side. The emission's kind of not showing up on this side as much. So let's see. We could go ahead and add in emission. See what happens here. You want to go with your strength at the base, or at least your colour, and then increase the strength at the bottom, so you can see how this works. So I thought that was a nice little quick tutorial to do for you, so you can make glowing objects that have some reflections on them. Yeah, if you enjoyed the tutorial, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.